Pedro Garcia here. We're at Joe and the Go Coffee Shop, and we'll be speaking with Elizabeth Rios today, and she's going to be showing us how to make her favorite cup of coffee. How long have you been doing this, and what made you want to get started?
Well, I used to work for a corporation for many years, and I got tired of the rat race, and I knew that I wanted to start my own business, and I came out to Texas for the first year, and I found the coffee shop, and I knew I was going to open up a business. I just didn't know what, and this felt really good. You know, people say that you should do what you like to do, and I like to hang out and make friends and chit chat, and this was perfect. So I came in, and this little place was just right. It was just perfect. And here we've been here for 10 years. I've been doing this for about 10 years now.
You're making a café con leche today. Where did you learn how to make it?
The café con leche was a recipe my mom used to make. She still makes it actually, and my mom drinks coffee all the time. I don't know how she can sleep on it, but she drinks it, you know, all day long. But it's a sweet, it's like a comfort drink, and it's just something very warm and creamy and sweet, and it's just perfect when you're down and out or you're having a bad day or you need to get going. You know, there's so many different coffees, but this particular coffee, that's, you know, if you're looking for something just to make your day, this is what I usually make my customers.
And how is it made?
Well, we steam up the milk first, and then we pull the shot. You need to keep the milk nice and thick. You want to make kind of just a little bit frothy, and then pull your shot, your espresso shots, and your espresso shot will go straight into your brown sugar. You make sure that that's diluted and mixed really well before you pour your milk in. And then you just give it a little shake, and you got a yummy café con leche.
All right, guys. Hey, that looked very appetizing.
It did. I like the little thumbs up at the end, Pedro. Good job.
Good job. You know, though, I wouldn't mind having a cup of café con leche while we're discussing politics,
Oh,
you know?
That would have been nice if somebody would have just brought it.
Kind of keeping into the tradition
Right.
of early Mecca. And then actually, and the coffee houses thing started becoming a big thing in the U.S. in the late 1600s.
Wow,
Yeah.
so you're just full of all these little facts.
I know all these little tidbits that usually, you know, it's like, where'd you come up with that?
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
All right, well, looking at some news highlights, you know, the big story obviously is, you know, the shooting at Fort Hood. You know, it's actually right up the freeway from us.
It's an hour and a half away,
yeah,
2 hours, clean.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, it's, I believe there's 13 people who died and 30 were wounded.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened? Did he just, I don't know, I mean, he just went crazy or something in his head just popped? I don't know.
You know, well, that's what everybody's trying to figure out.
I know the person who did it still alive right now.
Yeah, well, he's in a coma, actually. He's in a coma, but he's expected to live. He's expected to live. And I think a lot of people are wanting him to live just because to find out, like, what happened. Like, why would he do such a thing? His name is, he's a major. His name is Nidal Malik Hassan. He was 39 years old, and he was a psychiatrist there at Fort Hood.
I don't know if you've heard anything about this, but lately they've, well, I was watching CNN this morning. They're making a big deal about his ethnicity.
Right.
And of what the implications are because of who, like, where he comes from. And
well, I believe it was in the New York Times or one of the publications. They interviewed his aunt, and his aunt said that Hassan had complained that after 9/11 he was getting kind of like teased or you know, kind of harassed about being a Muslim, and so, I mean, you know, it's not a way to in any way justify what he did, but I guess it'll give us a little bit of insight perhaps on what was going through his mind.
Maybe he was bullied into, I mean...
I don't know. Another thing is he was about to be deployed to Iraq.
Oh.
And he was trying to fight that at any cost. His cousin, I believe, told another publication that he felt that he knew what war was firsthand because he was a psychiatrist. So all the soldiers that would come with post-traumatic stress disorder would just explain to him all the horrible things that they would see and go through. And so he felt he knew firsthand what war was, and he knew that he did not want to be a part of it.
Wow. That's some sad stuff. So what else do you have?
Yeah,
what
so
other depressing News.
You know, news isn't always depressing. Sometimes it's fun and light. For example, and let's take a lighter tone now. Let's talk about the elections that we had here in San Marcos. You know, they were on Tuesday, November 3rd, and actually our guest, who we just had, Monica Garcia, lost to incumbent John Tamaitis, who will take his third term onto city council, as well as the place 5 seat will be going into a runoff. It'll be between Ryan Thomason, who is a local home builder, and an academic advisor here at Texas State, Lisa Marie Copoletta. So
Politics once more.
yeah, politics once again. So, but you know,
So the runoff is going
three
to
votes
be-
made the difference there, though.
I
So
know.
when people ask, you know, why should I vote? It's not going to make a difference. It's like,
We have a great example right there.
yeah, it's like, no, yeah, it really will. Like, it's going to make a difference.
Right.
Like, don't kid yourself. Don't do it.
Don't.
Yeah, and so taking on an even lighter tone now, you know, there's this a government official in France who she's pushing legislation to have disclaimers put on magazines under the model's body, saying that they've been airbrushed and edited and all that stuff, just so, because, you know, beauty, image, everything transcends culture, countries, everything.
Right.
And so in France, there's, you know, they're trying to push legislation into kind of addressing that.
I love that idea. I hadn't heard that. What do
Yeah.
you think about that? That'd be awesome. I mean, it'd boost a lot of the self-esteem for those young girls out there who think that that's what you're supposed to look like. They'll realize that, no, that's not what everybody looks like.
Yeah. Well, I know we here in America, we had an example with, you know, some Kim Kardashian. I'm sure most people know who she is. And one of the magazines accidentally put her picture that
I
wasn't,
remember that.
you know, fixed, edited, airbrushed, whatever.
And you
And so
could
she
see
had a lot
her-
of, well, maybe not a lot, but she had a little, you know, cellulite or something.
Yeah.
You know, and so
She's a curvy woman, so it's going to happen.
it's going to happen, definitely.
And
you
you
know,
know, I
and
heard
she
that-
has a beautiful body.
She does,
You know,
she
you don't
does.
have to be a size 2 to be beautiful. Kim Kardashian's a perfect example. J-Lo, you know, I'm sure they're not size 2, and there's beautiful women.
And I heard at first she was embarrassed, and then she embraced it, and she said,
Yeah,
"I'm
and then
curvy
did
woman."
another photo spread with no editing. She was like, you
Oh, I
know,
didn't-
this is me. I'm woman. Hear me roar. You know, so
I think
she-
I'm a bigger fan of hers now that she shows everybody that's what she is. And
Yeah.
you don't have to airbrush. Or,
You don't. And actually, I ran across some news about her. Her and her boyfriend, Reggie Bush, who plays for the New Orleans, who plays for the New Orleans
Right.
Saints, are actually house hunting right now. They're looking for a house. So I guess they're going to be moving in together or something, even though they were recently broken up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they weren't together anymore.
Yeah, but it was rumored that at Kim Kardashian's sister, Khloe, at her wedding, I don't know, they got bit by the love bug again, and they got back together and now are planning on moving in together, so.
I didn't know you were a big Kardashian fan.
You know, I'm not, but I keep up with news.
You watch
and,
the llamas
and,
too?
No, I keep up with the news, and, you know, they always throw in the little ticker at the bottom always has Kim Kardashian this, and so I'm like, what's she doing now? You know,
you just catch up, right?
Yeah, so Paris Hilton was all the craze a couple years ago. I guess it's Kim Kardashian now.
Yeah.
So.
Which I'm a bigger fan of Kim.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like her better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I was having fun.
I
Now it's
know.
gotta end.
Towards the end.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being with us today. Thank you to our special guest, Monica Garcia, and Pedro Garcia, also, for the Cocina package, and Joe on the go. And
Ashley, thanks for being here.
Anthony, thank you for being here.
Yeah, well, stay tuned. We'll have Latina Living next, and we hope that you'll keep watching us, guys. So until then, have a good weekend.